If I could give any budding content creator, podcast creator, whatever, if you're looking to get into content creation, here's one good piece of advice for you. Do not skimp on your audio quality. Invest in a good microphone. And the thing with today is good microphones don't cost a lot of money. For example, the Fifine AM8, which I'm talking to right now, is being recorded USB-C straight into my phone, and the audio quality, you gotta admit, sounds really, really nice, especially for the price of this microphone. And obviously the application in which I'm using it. But here's the thing, this microphone is pretty versatile in the way that you can record it. You can record it either the included matching color, because you see I got the bubblegum pink looking thing here. It's got a bubblegum pink USB-C cable here. You can record that into your computer, your phone, your tablet, whatever you got, and get started straight away with your content creation. Or if you do like a mobile podcast, things like that, you can record it straight into your phone, which is, again, what I'm doing right now. And I'll show you real quick a little visual for you. And then the cool thing about the cable that's included is that you can probably see there, it's got a little adapter on it, so you can switch it from a dual end USB-C cable to a traditional USB-C cable. So it's got the part that plugs in your computer to the wall outlet thing, the brick, not the wall outlet, don't try to plug it in there. But you see what I'm saying. And here's my thing with not skimping on the audio, especially if you're doing a podcast. If you're not filming a podcast, you need to have a good microphone. You gotta have good quality audio, because if you don't, that's kind of the point of the podcast. No one's gonna listen to it. But with a traditional video like this, where you do have the visuals, I mean, you do still have people that watch videos, but they are really just listening to it, right? So you still want to have that audio. Video is important too, don't get me wrong. You want to have a good camera, but the thing is everybody's got a good camera in their pocket these days. You can get started with your phone, but the microphone on those phones are so small. Same with the speakers. This is why when people say things don't sound great, it's probably because you're listening through your crappy iPhone speakers. Same thing with the microphones. They're not that great. So you want to get something like this if you're using your phone primarily as your video capturing device. Again, because you can plug this thing in USB-C and you're good to go. You can't beat that with a stick. Now, with this, again, it comes in different vivid colors, so you can match the theme of your channel or your podcast or whatever, in my case, with the pink. Duh. And what's even cooler is that you have the little LED light at the bottom, which you can change. I have it set to yellow right now because duh. But if you go up here, and I'm talking to the back of the mic, so it sounds like crap, but there's a little sun button right here, and you press it, and you can see that it changes to a bunch of different colors. So you can match the color of your theme, if you will, and it just adds that bit of flair to it if you're doing something visual. Then you have your mic gain up at the top, so you have the control right on the top, and then you have your headphone there for your monitoring, so you can plug your headphones in straight at the bottom. It also takes XLR. So if you look at the bottom there, you can plug it into an interface and have it like a traditional microphone, right? XLR cable or whatever. And then on the back here, you probably see that light. That's a push mute. So if you press it, should turn red. You won't hear me talking, which is great, again, for podcasts if you need to mute a specific part or whatever. So thus far, oh, and then it does come with a little bass down here as well, so you can set it on a table. I'm just setting it up here so it sounds better. Now, so there's the microphone. We're also going to be taking a look at the BM88 boom arm, which they have boom arms that match the color of the mic, which I think is really cool. So obviously, spoiler alert, it's going to be this pink color. So we're going to go ahead and set it up on my desk back there, and I'm going to go ahead and mount it to it, talk about how easy it was to mount it, because it's very easy straight out of the box from the looks of it to get everything going. So let's go ahead and do that. I hope you've enjoyed the sounds of the mic. I'll be talking some more, so stick around for that. I know everybody's excited for that part. But yeah, let's go ahead and mount the boom arm, put this on there, and see if this is a really good little podcast starter kit, I guess. All right, so a bit of an update here on this whole setup here. So you may have noticed I'm sitting at a different spot. I am hands-free, so I do have the boom arm installed. The thing is that I forgot that the reason that I don't use that fold-out table with a boom arm is because it's got like a weird little lip underneath it, and none of the boom arms are like deep enough to fit under there. So that's why. So now I'm on my desk, which it was beautiful. It's the other one I had to put a piece of paper up underneath it to keep it from scratching the bottom of the desk, which I know sounds trivial, but I like to take care of my stuff. This one's got nice foam padding on both the little circle part that spins and attaches to the bottom, and then the top of the bottom of the mount of the boom arm itself, which I really appreciate, because that also keeps the top of your desk from getting all scratched up and scuffed up and everything. And it's not the type of foam that'll leave any kind of residue, as long as you don't like push it down and slide it across, which I don't think most people will do. But yeah, this thing could not have been easier to put together. So you do get some Allen keys. You get 2 of them. The other one's over on my table, but this is the big one. You do get a big one and a small one. And what you basically do is you loosen the screws that are in there with the hex keys, Allen keys, whatever you want to call them. Stick the parts in there, tighten them up, good to go. To control like how this moves around and all that kind of stuff, you can take your Allen key, put it in one of the joints here, loosen it, move it around, tighten it back. It's dead easy. It is so cool. I do believe that is a mute button on the back. In fact, I'm going to check it and see on my recording here, so you can see it's recording. I think if you tap it on, there you go. So now you saw it turn red. You heard me talking. Well, you didn't. You saw me talking, and you couldn't hear me talk. So really cool stuff. Thus far, super duper impressed with this whole setup. I think it looks great. That's just me being biased, but I can be. So Fifine, you make great products, man. These are really, really cool. The boom arm is really nice. I appreciate the feel of it, and that it's not super heavy, but it's very sturdy at the same time. I appreciate the adjustable points as well. That's really, really cool. The microphone, you hear it sounds great. That's really all you need to do. The proof is kind of in the pudding itself, as they say. The controls on the face are really cool to have too, especially again if you're live streaming or podcasting. You can control the gain and the headphone output and all that kind of stuff. And then the XLR capabilities on top of the USB capabilities are really, really nice. Again, you can plug it straight into your computer and start using it. You know, you don't need any kind of fancy setup. If you're using your built-in webcam and this microphone, you have a podcast, essentially. Or if you're doing a faceless podcast, I mean, get one of these, you got it. Because you can do USB-C recording, or USB recording, or USB-C recording like I'm doing on my phone, which the possibilities with that are really, really cool. So again, really, really nice. Really, really am a fan of this. I will be using this mic more when I can, when applicable, probably on videos too. My only thing with mics like this is I don't really care for them being right in my face, so I'll probably have to mess around with that. And then I also like the ability that you can change the lighting down there, which I need to change it back to my yellow there. So there we go. I've talked a lot, but that's kind of the point of a mic review. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to pick one of these up, or the boom arm, kind of get started with all this kind of stuff yourself, again, there are links down there in the description. Make sure you check that out. And thank you very much, Fifine, for sending all of this out for me to check out and to showcase on my channel. So until next time, guys, take care. Again, make sure you join us for our Only Frets podcast on Thursdays, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Until next time, guys, see you later.